One of the things that I notice is this. Most people try to manifest. They try to manifest as a reaction to what's happening. I used to be a long-distance runner. I loved it. I used to run with a couple fellas, would run on the bike trails. They used to be the old railroad tracks back in Pennsylvania. They turned them into lovely bike and jogging trails along the river. And I used to run with the fellas back there, and it was just a lovely time. And so one day, right, like 2 days before the run, I crawled through some poison ivy. I didn't mean to. I didn't want to. But I did, and then my body started having a reaction to it. And this is 2 days before the big race. Well, not really a race. It's 2 days before the big run. I'm just looking forward to the fellowship, the fun, the banter afterwards. And I'm going to be honest with you, I couldn't make it. I couldn't go. Even putting on short pants, otherwise known as shorts, it was rough. It was horrible. I was covered with a rash. I was having a reaction. And I did get dressed, I must admit. I put on my most comfortable pants. I put on a nice shirt. Put on my favorite runners. Double-checked my socks to make sure I wouldn't get blisters. I even drove to the trail, but I'll be honest. I got out. I started stretching to warm up. I sweated just a little bit. I sweated. Yes, I did. I sweated just a little bit, and I couldn't do it. I started getting itchy all over. I was distracted. And this is just like manifesting, gang. If you're trying to manifest as a reaction, if you're trying to manifest from a reaction, it's like there's something itchy under your skin. Can't get it off. Can't focus. And so you got to set the stage. We're preparing right now for Remarkable 2023. If you've been in Dream Driven Day, you're eligible. In Remarkable 2023, we are beginning with the Four Mighty Ones. We're setting the stage with the Four Mighty Ones. And when you get who the Four Mighty Ones are, they're well worth looking up. We've got the director, the producer, the actor, the writer. The Four Mighty Ones set the stage for a masterpiece to be expressed, to be explored. And I am a massive fan of masterpieces in a world full of one-hit wonders. What if your entire life was a masterpiece because you chose to soar every day instead of settle for what you're offered? Because what you offered you yesterday, what you offered you when you were 7 years old, God, I was just working with a client on that. Fascinating stuff. You don't have to offer that to yourself anymore. I was the allergy kid. I was allergic to everything. I got more needles stuck in my body than the typical heroin user. Meanwhile, I was diagnosed with scoliosis. I told I'd be crippled as a child. See, it was meeting this guy Neville Goddard, and I never met him in person. He died when I was 8. But I met him through a book. And I threw the book away. And I met him through a book again, and I threw the book away. I did twice. Once I was 12, once I was about 24. And the third time I picked up a book, I applied my neurolinguistic programming skills that I got from the old school NLP guys. NLP is the study of the breadcrumbs left behind by human thinking. It's the study of how we process stuff. And I looked at Neville in a whole new way. And I looked at life after that in a whole new way. Because you didn't come here to be a reaction. Neville Goddard said you came here to know imagination. You came here to live out the pattern, to wake up to who you are, to explore and experience how this works. And you do that, as far as I can tell, the funnest way for me is having daily wins, making it about the one day, someday win. One day, someday I will win the big thing that will. By the way, go for that. I moved around the world. That was a big win for me. I got rid of scoliosis and PTSD. Those were big wins for me. I had mysterious nerve damage in my arms. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm telling you, I made all the mistakes. I did the okey fokey Pinocchio. I put water in a bottle and sat it out in the sun. I did some cutting of some cords. I did all that stuff. And then I got some gentle and some very strong reminders. You are what gives life. And that's when I decided, you know what? The only thing I'm going to teach, share, and do is what I know absolutely works. And what absolutely works all the time is the absolute truth about you that sets you free. It's not about cutting chords, been there, done that. It's not about endless chanting, been there, done that. By the way, I love singing and chanting. I do. I really love playing with my voice and discovering what's possible when I explore my voice as an instrument. I just find it fun. But here's the thing, guys. Just because something's fun doesn't mean it helps with manifesting. I like smoking cigars, drinking whiskey, and watching Victoria go. Right? I just love that woman. But here's the thing. It's what I imagine that matters. It's about whether or not I've actually bought the pearl that matters. It matters if I set the stage. And this is where the four mighty ones come in. If you can't, won't, or choose not to join us in Remarkable 2023, that's fine. We have some videos on the four mighty ones at feelitrealfun.com. They're just little tastes. It's profound, but we're going to dive deep in Remarkable. That's where we begin. Where we go from there, I'm not telling. That's classified as double top secret. But I can say this much. Neville called them the four mighty ones for a reason. And if you're not setting the stage, you're just a reaction. And if you're just a reaction, that doesn't mean you're frantic all the time. It means you just might be frustrated, or you might feel flat. If you feel flat, frantic, or frustrated, you're probably coming from the world of reaction. Even if you don't notice it, even if you can't admit it. You'll notice I really don't... Do I come off as flat or frantic or frustrated to you? Right, that shit don't last in my world, because I know the four mighty ones. If you got gold, if you've done Dream Driven Day, reach out to me if you want in Remarkable. I'll send you the top secret classified link. If you haven't done Dream Driven Day, we do that again in January. Let me know. We'll put you on the early bird list. And if you just want to dive into the four mighty ones, go to feelitrealfun.com. There's some little videos there. They'll get you started. It's not a deep dive, but it's enough to get you started. And here's the thing. Until you start living life, not as a reaction, but as a masterpiece being executed, given life to. The four mighty ones, they set the stage. And some of you know I've gone absolutely nuts on this stuff for the past year. And now it's time to release some good shit on it. Have a lovely day. My name is Mr. 2020. See ya.